How many of us woke up one day to read this in the newspaper? And what did that strike in our mind? How can a 6-year-old be on a terrorist list, no-fly list? How many of us thought of it and woke up? How could this have happened? Because the government was not able to establish the identity of the person traveling, there was an error in doing the check and matching her name. Proper data was not collected and the matching was not done appropriately. That is how she landed on the terror list. So what is that we have to establish? A unique identification and also mastering the data that we have collected. So this leads me to the topic of discussion, master data management. As Sir introduced, I am Savitha from Oracle, India, and I have a keen interest in mastering data, and I am involved in many MDM initiatives. MDM, which I refer to, is master data management. And here we have a step that is taken already in creating a unique identification for every citizen in India. Can I say every citizen eventually? So this unique identification number can go a long way in helping us achieve a lot of things that I have listed here. Uniquely identifying a person in our elections, and then tracking illegal immigration, ensuring social welfare programs are availed by the right people, and also excluding the people and including the people, as we have already seen in the slides that were shown earlier. But the current citizen information is like this. Lot of jigsaw puzzles lying everywhere where we cannot put together and get the correct picture of the citizen. The information is there everywhere in the birth database, death database, NREGA system, PDS system, PAN database, passport, you name it, and the disparity exists. I think everybody here spoke about the disparity and the silos of the applications existing. And to add to the problems, we have the data which is very dynamic in nature and growing every second. This is the projected population growth, touching about 1330 million in another 10 years. And we also have the data that grows even without us realizing. Somebody changes a job, somebody buys a property, somebody gets married, somebody goes through a divorce, somebody is born, somebody is dead. What does it mean to us? The income slab changes. There could be somebody availing a BPL program and the income slab changes. The name of women generally in India change when they get married. And when they divorce, they might come back to their original name. Their address changes. A lot of these things change. And then when a birth happens, there is a UID registered, and then when there is a death, the UID status goes to deceased. So a lot of changes happen. So how are we going to track all this and get benefit of UID if we are not going to master the data? So what is that we can look at? Mastering the citizen data. Having all the disparate systems talking around a hub sort of a solution, which is a citizen master. The information of a citizen is mastered at one place and distributed to all other systems, so that whenever there is a request that is coming, we know for sure that this is the name of the person, this is the residence, because we can have a lot of cleansing of data, enrichment of data, and address validation, you name it, and the data can be mastered in that way. These are some of the things that we thought a master data management solution can do. Cleanse data and then enrich the data, deduplicate the data, share the data, and provide 360-degree view of the citizen, by means of which we can actually minimize the fraud. So what is master data management all about? Master data management is about creating a trusted source of information. When we refer to a master data, we can blindly say that this is the most authentic source of information that is available. So all these systems, when they come together, they go on and create the information at one place and then mark it against a UID. And then somebody was asking here, do we actually maintain a cross-reference, of the information that is coming from this system, this is the ID in that system, this is the UID of that system. All these things can be done in the master data management solution. So there are some of the scenarios that I have put up as that could come up if we use a master data management solution. Family welfare schemes cannot be availed by two members of the same family. We build relationships in the citizen master and find out who is related to whom, and then our two people who have done fraud and availing their family welfare scheme. This can be tracked. Exclusion from a BPL system when the income slab raises. There are many systems where the income information is stored these days, and you can find out when the income slab actually increases and exclude the person from the BPL program. Many names of the same person in different databases. Maiden name, and then a name expanded, a name shortened, a changed name, so on and so forth. Inclusion of people in the scheme based on correct information. We can be sure that, I think that's what Sir said about the PDS, people availing the benefits for which they are really entitled to. That is another thing we could look at. And there are many systems in which the address change would be affected. Like somebody changes an address in the passport because that's the most valuable document that we carry, but it is not reflected in the driving license system or the PAN card. These sort of things can be easily tracked. Upon death, there are certain schemes that are given to a person, pension, family pension scheme. But this should stop as soon as the person dies, or at least go to another member in the family who has been nominated for that. But how many times does this happen? Because the death is not immediately informed. So these sort of things can be handled with a master data management solution. And we can track every movement of the citizen, because everything is going through a particular transaction. Whatever changes are happening, you get to track, and you can avert major security threats because of this. And you can track all the transactions of the customer or a citizen, find out who is transacting where, and then capture what is the amount that they are transacting on, find out if they paid the tax properly or not. Our government can really benefit with this. There are many people who don't pay taxes, right? So there are many people who have actually availed benefits of a master data management solution. I've just put up logos of all this. These are all government customers and public sector customers using master data management solution. And here are some examples. If you would want me to share this presentation, I would. It's not possible to read every line of this right now on the screen. So here they are.
Because there's less than 12 minutes time and two other presenters are there. Some of these you can actually probably
share it
in the coffee time.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes, yes.
Sorry, I had to interrupt you.
No problem. See, I just want to leave you with another thought. How many of you read yesterday's newspaper when they were talking about the telecom service providers in India have to provide the address verification for every subscriber? And the telecom industry has agreed that it's impossible for them to provide an address verification because there are too many subscribers, and 90% of them are prepaid customers where they don't get data properly. So with this thought, I leave this forum, and I ask you to ponder over the question, is master data management really a solution worth looking at to solve all these problems? Thank you.